What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here, Unsleeved Media, and with the end of the era of dual decks, we usher in a new era. This time it is Challenger decks, a product designed to be serviceable at FNM to make it easy for players to grab a deck and attend FNM. I've been on record that I think these are a good product. I don't like their chances to be able to continually produce these at a time in which it's conducive to make sense paying $30 for them. I'm not sure that they're going to be able to make them competitive to stay ahead of the meta when we have things like constant bans in Standard or infinite combos like Felidar Sovereign and Saheeli Rai. They didn't see that. How will they know what the meta is going to look like? I'm nervous, but I think it doesn't make any sense to be too pessimistic about this because it's the perfect product if they can do for the first time ever a perfect execution on the decks. Today I'm going to open all four. We're going to take a look at the card stock, everything that comes inside, and maybe then make it easier for you to make a decision of which one you want. It looks like they have a bit of a theme on the side. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, that reminds me. One thing I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if this is the case with your local game stores, but normally I call my local game store the day before everything comes out. I mean, I've been buying stuff from him for years, so he knows it's coming. And I basically say I want one of everything that's new so I can do unboxing videos and do reviews and help my subscribers. We know. Bob and I are good friends. And this time around, he let me know that he only got a one case of them. His allocation was only one case, which meant he only got two of each of the decks. And because I'm such a nice guy, I said, you know what? Sell them to your customers. People are going to want them tonight at FNM. We agreed that I would take what was left after FNM, but I let him know that because I had to shoot the video, I would have to look at Walmart. Shitty, right? But, obviously he knows my first preference was to purchase from him, but I didn't want his customers to go into his store and be disappointed. I would rather someone go into Walmart and be disappointed and then hopefully look for a local game store. So I went to Target. Of course, they were out early and sold out already. Went to a Walmart. They weren't out or they were sold out. And I went to a third Walmart and I found them there. They were about $31. And, at the time of launch, the value is close. I think that they did an okay job not overvaluing these to a point where, you'd go and people would just be buying them out. We've seen this packaging before. I'm going to start with Vehicle Rush. We're just going to look at them. I'll probably end up giving these away at some point. I don't need them. Inside each one of these is, of course, the ready-to-play 16-card deck and 15-card sideboard. So you legit can pick this up and go to FNM, which is awesome. Inside here, we have the standard kind of deck box. Now, here's a small gripe. I know what it costs to print sleeves. In the quantities that Wizards of the Coast would be buying them, it would cost them less than 50 cents. Why can't we have some sleeves in this box? Although, maybe the flip side of that is the fact that now that's something the local game store can sell with this. Like, hey, the local game store's only making a buck or two on this. They can say, let me get you some sleeves with that, and, and they can make a few bucks on that. So that's okay. It comes with a spin down. Again, fine. I can't really comment on the viability of these decks because the meta's always changing, right? This deck has an emphasis on vehicles, of course. So we have our sideboard here. Let's look at the main deck first. Gives you a divider on how to play. All four decks will be the same. So we start with Sovereign Council Flagship. Bomat Couriers, nice. Toolcraft Scrap Heap Scrounger, that's a good card. Pia Nalar. Now here's where some money comes in with the Heart of Kieran's, and you get 4 of them. This, I have to give Wizards a ton of credit. Like, they very easily could have just put two mythics in there, but they went all the way and put 4. And they also did helped us with the right mana. They didn't skimp too badly on that. So overall, I think, and you got a good level of removal. You've got the lightning strikes. You've got 4 Aether Hubs too, or 3 Aether Hubs. Again, kind of a card that they could have skimped on, but they didn't. Not a bad deck. Just plays 1 swamp. The only reason it plays that swamp is for the unlicensed disintegrations, I believe. In the sideboard, we have an Aether Sphere Harvester, Harsh Mentor, that's nice. Got 4 Duress in the sideboard. Chandra's Defeat for replacing red. And Magma Spray and Cast Out. Not terrible. Not the deck I would play. I would choose, but that's what, the thing is, if they can manage to do the impossible and not screw this up, these will be pretty nice, I think. Let's take a look at Hazard Aggro. This one is the one that has the highest value at launch. And a lot of people said when I was talking to people on Twitter, hey, if you see them, pick up all the red ones. There's a lot of value. I didn't do that. I left them for other people. But this one has a decent amount of value today. It's going to be gone tomorrow because everyone's going to have these, apparently. Now, I don't know because if my local game store was unique in that they only got 1 case of these, but I hope not. All right, I kind of hope they were. Now, the card stock actually feels a little flimsier than the dual decks did. It feels kind of back like that junk stock. Glorybringer. Then we have a Chandra in there. 3 Harsh Mentors. A Hazoret. I don't know why the Harsh Mentors are kind of mixed in, but it plays 4 Harsh Mentors. This is obviously just hyper-aggressive deck. This, I think, is probably the best deck for a brand new player because it's just about putting the cards down, turning them sideways. You got a Braids, Magma Spray, Scorched Desert. Just a flat-out burn deck. I think for a brand new player, this is probably one of the better options. In the sideboard, we have Kirizev's Expertise, Key to the City, PNLR. I don't know why they're shuffled like that. Seems weird. Basically the same sideboard as the other red deck, to be honest with you. Oh, this one comes with a red die number 7. I'll show you that in a second. Yeah, the rotational thing is going to be one of the bigger... And, this deck box is serviceable. It's nothing to write home about, but at the same time, it's also fine. Now, this deck, I think, is a little more complex. Hey, little guy. Colt's down here supervising. Yeah, excuse you. There's no room at the inn. Oh. Little guy. Sorry about the earthquake there, folks. The red deck is currently in some places selling over MSRP. Do not pay over MSRP, folks. Do not. Do not. There will be plenty. I assure you. Don't let these people screw you over. Don't let them rip you off. There will be some. Now, this deck is interesting because it's got basically a alternate win condition, right? It's got the we've got board wipes, we've got nice blue-white control deck, and then you win by casting Approach of the Second Sun. That's obviously the primary win condition. This is an interesting deck. It's got Opt in there, Aether Meltdown, Censor, Supreme Will, counter, lots of counter magic, control magic, life gain, and cats. He's, I don't know, particularly needy today, I guess. Let's take a look at that sideboard. Here we have a red and blue spin down. In the sideboard, we have another god, which is kind of cool. This deck seems okay as well for a newer player, probably, because it's like stay alive as long as you can, gain life, don't die, cast Approach of the Second Sun. Now, control magic is a more like you need more experience to play control, in my opinion, but this one might, you know, if you're inclined to that type of style of play, it'll probably come easy to you. Now let's look at the Counter Surge deck. You have a green and blue die. Again, it's kind of a fail. I mean, it's green, but it should be green and black, right? Walking Ballista. Strong card. Card is strong. Scrap Heap Scrounger. We've got Rishkar. Solid. Dream Stealer. The Gonti, Lord of Luxury. Here we have our Verdurious Gearhulk, and we've got 3 of them. That's pretty strong. Like, they didn't hold back. Hour of Glory, like, they could have maybe, you know, Whiny Constrictor. And we've got a Fatal Push. Again, I would have liked to see probably more Fatal Pushes in here, but we've got Aether Hubs. We've got the right land. The land looks fine. Again, the cardstock quality seems a little thin. I still think for new players, the red deck is what I would get. But, I mean, for the price, you could probably get 1 or 2 of them, you know? We got some energy and removal. Cartouche. That's kind of... feels like there could be better cards in here for that, but... that's not too bad. You know, overall, I think this is one of the better... I'm gonna say ideas that Wizards of the Coast has had in a while. I don't want to say it's one of the better products because, well, I don't know how the standard meta is by you, what it looks like if you're going to compete. I mean, I think they fail if you show up and go 0-4 every time. Obviously, you're not going to go 4-0. Even a really good player isn't going to win every match with these. So you've got to manage your expectations. But they are decent enough where I think if somebody gets stuck on mana or whatever, you can get that taste of winning a game or two, maybe even winning a match or two, depending on how competitive your FNM is. Certainly, I think they would be great alternatives to dual decks for $10 more than a dual deck. You only get 1 versus 2, but you know, you get more value in these. If you got 2 of these for $60 versus a dual deck for $20, $25, yeah, but you get a lot better cards in these. So it's interesting. I'm curious, which one of the Challenger decks do you think you would like to pick if you got one? What do you think the future will hold for this product? Do you think they're going to be able to keep up putting out 4 semi-competitive decks every year? How do you think they're going to go over? I think the first time something happens, just like with comic books, issue number 1 always sells really well. It's what happens in issue number 6, 7, 8, 9 that matter. So for now, I think these would be good. Hopefully it fills up, gives people a reason to get in and play FNM, and hopefully local game stores can make a little bit of money on them. Thanks for watching this video. We'll talk to you again real soon. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to be notified the next time I upload a video, make sure you subscribe and take a moment to turn on notifications. If you want to support the cause of this channel, it survives because of the amazing generosity of those that choose to back me on Maker Support. The link is in the description, and hopefully you'll consider backing today.